Hello ladies and gentlemen of the internet, it's Needle here and welcome back to Drangleic. I maybe just used the wrong gesture there, but that's fine. Last time we dropped down the pit, dropped being the operative word, considering we actually died once or twice, and then we speed ran is the word I believe, the gutter. We completed the gutter and actually ran the most of the Black Gulch as well. Right now we could run and take on the boss. We're not going to do that though, nor are we going to try and reverse our hollow state because I want to explore this area first. There's a couple of things we want to do. So the first thing we've got to do is travel back up to the top of Black Gulch. Basically, we wanted to summon Lucatiel for the Smelter Demon fight, but we couldn't do that, so we're going to try and summon her for this fight. But in order to do that, you actually need to find her first. She's in the area, hiding. We have to clear out all of these statues because they're going to cause us some problems because we're going to have to drop down. And if these guys are in our way, it's going to be quite an issue. Second of all, I did promise we would find the key to the strange doors we've been finding all over the place. There's a strange door in this area as well as the one in the pit and the one we didn't approach in the gutter. Right, okay, I believe the first place you want to drop down is actually just about here. I knew that was going to happen. If you approach those black tar things, then those hands will pop out. They will come free. I think you can get Titanite shards or something similar from them. Not too sure. I think they're a good place early on for large Titanite, if I'm correct. What you can also do is use fire. I'm in the wrong tab, aren't I? Use fire, such as these. Let's see if we can get one in. Yeah, and you see that it totally sets the whole thing on fire and burns it out. And the longer they stand in it, the more damage they take. You can see that guy over there still taking damage, even though his pit's not on fire. That's kind of strange, but it doesn't matter, we're going to kill him anyway. Goodbye. There is one or two places I think you need to grab things from, and if you're collecting hexes, there is a particularly good hex, I believe. Not too far down there where those upturned little barrel things are, where those guys come out the wall. There's actually a hex, which has some kind of relevant lore for this area in actual fact. But that's not where we're headed. We are headed sort of down here. I'm trying to find a drop. Don't want to miss it. The second drop, by the way, is over there next to those little barrel things you can just roll right off. I think you can see the kind of ledge sticking out just there. No, their drop is down here. You can actually see just above where my claymore is on the menu. I think you can see a kind of little bit sticking out there. Hopefully it's not too dark on YouTube. And I think that's what we're aiming for, so let's give it a go. Yeah. Make sure you edge. You want to edge right off there. If you try and walk off, it's too thin, you'll just fly right off the edge. And there'll be nothing left of you. So here she is, the woman herself. I'm going to chat to her.
Still on the road, are you? Sorry to have burdened you so. This is for you, by way of an apology.
So we got the Ring of Steel Protection +1. Are we already using one of those kinds? No. Well, if you haven't already picked one up before, the Ring of Steel Protection just increases your physical defense. I think it's by something like 50. I'm not too sure.
I found my thoughts growing hazy. My memories are fading, oldest first. Curse is doing its work upon me. I am frightened, terribly so. If everything should fade, what would be left of me? I had an older brother. We learned to fence together. He became the most decorated swordsman in all of Mirror. I never even compared to him. In fact, I never beat him. Not once. But then, one day, he was gone. Lost without a trace. Now I'm certain that he was taken by the curse. If only someone would hear my tale. My brother must have come here, too. Soon I may forget even about him. If only someone, my brother, sooner.
Okay, so finally we get a little bit of motivation for why Lucatiel is here at all. She had a brother who was an even better fighter than she was, and to the point where she never even beat him in a fight. But he went missing, and she presumes it's because he fell to the undead curse as well. So her way of dealing with that was to come here and try and find him, because she thought this is where he came to as well. Ultimately, she's starting to lose herself to the curse as well, so in an attempt to try and keep her sanity, she's telling us her story and her memories, and the idea that if she can continue to remember and we can remember for her, then perhaps she won't go hollow. It's quite an interesting concept, but now we just need to bring her into the next boss fight, and if we complete that, we've actually completed her quest line, and we won't get to see her for quite a while. She won't appear till near the end of the game, but we will get a resolution and see how she's actually faring up against the curse. Right, so moving on. You see these barrel things down here. They're called jars, they're not barrels. I'm just going to find the word for it. Some interesting items there. One is a hex. I'm not entirely sure what the other one is. But as soon as we drop down, one of those things is going to come out the wall. But I do believe if we just go straight ahead from here and drop off, we'll get to where we're trying to go to next. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Hoping that I'm not, and we're going to find out right now. Yeah, I was right. And you can see here, here's the other door. Can't open it because it doesn't have the key for it. Now, where would we find the key? Well, actually, nearby is the answer to that question. Now, I'm not entirely sure where we drop off. Which side did we drop off, but I do believe we drop off somewhere here. I would see if anywhere it looks like it's this side, so we're going to drop. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, Woodland Child Victor. You can see there's a little ledge down there as well, and that's where we're going to drop down. If Victor wants to fight us, he can come ahead and fight us, wherever he is. It should be noted this guy is an NPC summon. I'm currently in offline mode. Yeah, I'm still being invaded, so he is an NPC. I'm not too sure where he is. I don't know if he spawned up there or down here. I get the feeling he probably spawned down here for a very special reason. Okay, let's talk about this little area as I keep an eye on my back. When you go in here, you're going to be attacked by two giant enemies, and I mean that quite literally, as you'll see. There's a safe part at the very back of the room, and that's where we're going to head, but in order to get there, we're going to need to sprint and not stop, so here we go. You can see the silhouettes there. Oh. And here we are, at a safe point at the back of the room. Item. Ring of Giants +1 and a Petrified Dragon Bone. You can't get any more sort of apt items than you can with this one. The Giant's Ring +1. Let's check my inventory. Nope, check my ring slot. Ring of Giants +1. Yeah, okay, it's the same. It increases your poise. Doesn't really make a difference in this game, personally. What I've forgotten to do, at least I hope I've not forgotten, but I might have, is to bring poison arrows. Okay, so we've still got some poison arrows. That's pretty good. Poison arrows are good for these guys and very safe. I think they maybe take 4 arrows. Most things take about 4 arrows in this game, and they probably need about 2 to 3 bouts of poison, so you're probably looking at about 12 arrows for each giant. The problem is that one's pretty easy, as you've just seen. You just kind of pick them off from here. The problem comes with the other guy who kind of hugs the wall right next to where we're standing, and so it makes a difference. I'm just going to ping at him with the rest of our normal arrows to kind of make our work a little bit easier. So you see the poison's wore off for that guy now. So we could... no, we're probably going to take 3 bouts of arrows, yeah. So there he goes, he's under poison again. I'm not too sure if the giants actually have any weaknesses. And by the way, guys, those are giants. Those are the giants that turn into the trees that we've seen before. And we're going to get confirmation of that a little bit later in the game, whenever we actually come across more of them in a different environment. Fire arrows, let's see what these do. I don't imagine these would do too much, as it seems in their normal form these guys seem to be kind of made of stone. But But even so, we took one down. They reward you 4,000 souls, which is nothing to kind of sniff at, I would say. Right, so we're going to get kind of lucky here. Maybe. Nope. We're currently too close to this door. This guy hits his... I don't think he can one-shot you, but he can do a lot of damage. So there, we got the poison on him, which is a good thing. We can probably take them in melee, I guess. When there was two of them, I probably wouldn't do it. When there's just one, you can probably beat his attacks and get in behind them. It's a tactic you're probably going to need to learn for a later area in the game. But right now, there's no sense in just putting ourselves in danger, I think. Just going to hold on to this fire arrow. Shoot as guys comes past. There's a poison arrow for you. Oh. Come on. It's just so imposing whenever he comes towards you and comes to smash you into the ground. You're just like, no thank you. So yeah, if you played the new Bloodborne DLC, I'd probably say these guys were the OG fish trolls. That secret area where you get two big enemies that just want to smash you around. I don't think they're as difficult as those guys, evident by this cheese right here. But there we go. Okay, so for killing him we got the Forgotten Key and the Soul of a Giant. Did we get one Soul of a Giant or two actually? Okay, now Souls of a Giant work pretty much like other souls. You can consume them if you wish. We only got the one. But I would highly recommend that you do not. They have a purpose for a certain boss later in the game, and in order to get the full effect you have to have 5 currently in your inventory not used. So if you look around here we should be able to find a way out. Which is right there. Don't do your hard work and then fall down there, that'd be a bit of a waste of time. We are going to try and make our way around though. Oh, these items. Sure, just silver talismans. Bit of a waste of time actually, but we got them. And then we're going to climb up here. But yeah, so there's a boss later in the game that's going to use those Souls of a Giant, but we need to collect 5. Now in the old version of the game you can just use... so there's our buddy right there. In the old version of the game you can just use... What am I thinking of? Ha, yes. You can just use Bonfire Ascetics, to ascend Black Gulch again and again and keep killing those giants from the safe spot, and you can get 5 souls that way. That doesn't work in this game. There's 5 different locations to find Souls of a Giant and we're going to have to find all of them. I'm just going to see if the poison statues are going to help us out on this guy. Seems to be taking a fair amount of hits from them. I don't know if it's actually poison in them. Can't quite. I'm trying to see his HP. No, it doesn't seem to be poison him. Kind of sucks, I guess. Oh, I just no-scoped him there. There you go. Okay, is this the guy who killed us the last time? I think it actually might be. We could take him this time, but just not out here. The place where we came from, I believe, is over there. Let me just have a look. Yeah, I think it is. Here comes the hand. Right, so we're going to run into the bonfire and take him in from on here. Take him in from on here. Did that guy just get attacked by one of those hands? He did! Oh, okay. Sorry, big hand. Sorry, man. Well, that was absolutely hilarious. Now, what you can do to make yourself life easier for yourself before you go down here is actually drop down there and take out all the poison statues on the way to the boss. It's not really a problem for you, but Lucatiel can't actually heal herself from poison. So if you don't want to go in with Lucatiel missing some HP, it's probably your best idea. I'm just going to, first of all, take the black fire bombs off of here. And then the arrows, we don't need them anymore, and the short bow. Checking our rings, which everything seems to be okay. The claymore's fine. Everything's fine. I think it's time to go human. Take a little seat here. There's Lucatiel's summon sign, I think, right there. At least it should be. Lucatiel's mirror. Good stuff. And then from here, obviously, we just make the quick break down to the front door. Front door, as if we're just going to chap and let ourselves in. But don't worry about getting poisoned, of course. You can get right to the door. fine, it's fine. Just ignore them. It's fine. Get all the way here. Heal up. Wait for Lucatiel to join you. She seems to have got away with it this time. And here we go, guys. The fourth boss. Okay, so this is the Rotten. And he does attacks that can hit you pretty hard. We're going to let Lucatiel come in here and draw some of the aggro. You can, as you can see, he's made up of bodies. And as a result of that, you can actually cut his arms off. If you cut both of his arms off, then he becomes pretty much harmless other than the AoE that you can use. If you guys have fought Nito before, by the way, in Dark Souls 1, I'm not saying you'll have an easy time, but you'll definitely be prepared, especially for the AoE attack that he's going to use on us. Lucatiel's taking some damage right now. We don't really want that because we need it to survive, so I'm going to step up my onslaught of him. Don't touch any of the fire, by the way. You see all the fire around here at the edges. Do not touch that because it'll just wipe you out so fast. Kinda got away with that one. Just had enough stamina to kinda hold on. You see this? Yep, that's one of his sort of AoE attacks. I wouldn't call that an AoE, I guess. It's just more of a cone. This is his AoE attack. Oh. Problem with that attack is that it can knock you into the fire, and that's probably the biggest danger of it, I would argue. Lucatiel looks like she's going to go down unless we can do something right now. Ah. I'm half debating to kind of start the fight again. But I don't see the point. I have another build that I'm currently using for magic, and it's a little bit more OP when it comes to boss fights like this, so in actual fact I was thinking I'm probably better off just completing Lucatiel's questline with that and showing that off for you guys in maybe a separate video. If you chop his non-knife arm off, you'll drop a Pharos Lockstone, and also if you can make it across there, I think that is also a Pharos Lockstone, or a Fire Seed in fact. You can see whenever this started he was trying to put the head on this statue here, and it kind of messed up. There's a kind of a reason for that, although it's not fully explained once you find out a little bit more about his character, which actually we might be able to do right now with his soul. If you let me just check that. Here's his soul, Soul of the Rotten. Who lies deep in the gutter. The Rotten embraces all in a sanctuary of things unwanted or tossed away. Use the special Soul of the Rotten. Okay, so no, it doesn't tell us there, but perhaps later when we access something a little bit different we'll find out more about the Rotten, who he is, and what kind of connection he has to these statues, if any. We should also, messing around here, have this chest. I'm not too sure what's inside. I'm going to hit it anyway because you just never know in this game. In the original it's a Sublime Bone Dust. In this it is Petrified Something and a spice of each kind. That's absolutely fine. Now theoretically, as we head towards this bonfire, we should have a little special encounter. So let's find out. Wow, we did not. So that's something that's pretty strange. I'm not too sure why that is. Maybe we need to actually light the bonfire first. Yep.
You have already swamp. And yet your journey is far from over. Our throne hollow, have you what it takes? Truly. Young Hollow, seek after Fenric. He who almost became a true monk. The Fenric is certain to guide your way. Fledgling Hollow, may we meet again?
Okay, I can honestly say this is my first time playing through the Scholar Edition, and I had no idea that was going to happen, and I jumped right out of my chair. But, well, it's called the Scholar of the First Sin Edition, and ladies and gentlemen, we just met the Scholar. We're going to find out more about his identity as we play through the game, but as you can see, he's also told us to seek out Vendrick, and he talked about a true monarch, and he called us Young Hollow as well, and Have Grown Hollow, so I guess in his eyes we're just little children compared to what I guess he has, what he is and what he's become, so pretty awesome. I really like that encounter. I'm glad they added it to the game. I'm going to head back to Majula now. There's nothing to do. We have the 4 Great Souls and we can now begin our clear up of the areas. I mean, we can head straight to the castle right now, but I don't see the point. We still have parts of Hades Tower to clear up. We have Belfries, we have the Grave of Saints down the pit. We also have the doors to unlock with the Forgotten Key. So we're going to do all of those things before we start heading to the castle. Right now, I'm going to see, do you sell chunks yet, Chloanne? I don't think she sells chunks until you get right towards the end of the game, so I didn't really expect that. We don't have the chunks, do we? And I've forgotten about it? No. So we need 3 Titanite chunks. Thinking about the areas that I've not explored, trying to think where we can get some chunks from, because you probably want a plus 10 weapon before you even approach the gates of Dragon Lake Castle, so it's just a matter of finding 3 chunks. I'm sure they're going to be around and I will definitely have a look for them, but hey, we got our 4th Great Soul. We got a massive fright at the Scholar popping up and revealing himself to us. Maybe the Herald has some words for us actually.
You are blessed with a mirror bearer of the...
No, okay, no problem. Well, that's just what she says whenever you have enough. Once you've got all 4 Great Souls as opposed to 3, she'll tell you that you're blessed with a myriad of souls and that you can head towards the castle. I'm just going to consume these right now so that it's done. And as always, we'll probably start the next episode off with our level up so we know what we're doing. I'll use the Sublime Bone Dust as well, yes, burn it off. Oh, that's right, thinking of Sublime Bone Dust and where it used to be, we actually still have a location in the Huntsman's Copse to explore. We have that big Colosseum looking thing. We've not been up there yet either, so a couple of places to visit, things to find. We're going to do all that next time, but until then, thank you guys for joining me here today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to give it a like or share it among your friends, that would be great. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I'd love that too. But I want to thank you guys for joining me here today. We have all 4 Great Souls. Next stop is clear up and then the castle, so until then guys, keep on praising.